What's up, guys? Hopefully, everyone's doing well. I had a little break in work here on a Sunday mid morning, and I wanted to share something here real quick to get you thinking about a new week and something that I truly believe is true is that over my life, fitness has really saved me in the darkest of days. It truly has, and I know for many of you, life happens, right? You have all these things with career and kids and family, and there's issues and there's problems, and it feels very overwhelming, and you're anxious and you're stressed. But those are the moments when you need to lean into your health and fitness hard, really hard. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. Make sure you're doing the little things that need to be done. You're moving your body, you're getting your workouts in, you're eating the best you possibly can, because I promise you, when you're doing that, when life gets crazy, it will put you in a better position of power to be able to handle that stress, to handle those things on your plate. Because by keeping those little commitments and promises to yourself in health and fitness, it makes you feel better about yourself. Makes you have more respect and honor and trust with yourself, which will have an impact on dealing with all the other problems outside of your life. Fitness has saved me at times through breakups when I was in my darkest of days and didn't think I could ever get out of it. Even going back to high school, I had a lot of stress and anxiousness that I was kind of a weird kid in high school because I didn't drink and party and chase girls because my dad was the high school coach. So I felt bad because I didn't really enter college with a lot of dating experience. I was, believe it or not, I was pretty like awkward when it came to dating, and I was very introverted with girls in high school. But fitness in the gym at 12, 13 years old, like was my outlet. I went there, got my dad's gym keys, and went to the high school and worked out, and it helped build my confidence, and I felt more comfortable in my own skin. And then it carried over to athletic performance, which did wonders for my confidence and such as well. But I truly mean this, that when you're going through what seems like craziness, your career and you're traveling, you're taking care of a parent, or something really dark. Like we had a woman a couple years ago, and I don't mean to be super dark here, but her husband got a terminal cancer diagnosis. And we jumped on a call together, and we both were like crying. It was very emotional, and she didn't want to quit because she's like, I need, this is the worst period of my life. It's going to be the hardest, the most difficult, something that I don't wish on my worst enemy. I need this as an outlet. I need to be sure I'm working out a couple times a week. I need to make sure I'm taking walks and going hiking with my son because he's going to lose his father in the next couple of years. I need to make sure I have my coach holding me accountable to eating right and moving my body, and make sure I'm getting enough water, and make sure I'm still like prioritizing the sleep no matter how hard it's going to be. And she has sent me over the years countless messages about how our program was the exact outlet that she needed. So when it sounds counterintuitive, when you're like, well, I got all these issues, I can't make my health and fitness a priority, that's the exact time when you really need to lean into your health and fitness and making sure you're checking the boxes and what needs to be done. Because at least if you're making improvement in this area of life, when everything else kind of feels a little bit out of control, a lot of stress and anxiousness and anxiety come from not feeling in control. And sometimes in life, there's a lot of things that are outside your control. But like when it comes to your health and fitness, 95% of it that you can control. So like really lean into that and focus in on that, because that will, at least in one area of your life, you're doing well. Like if you have all these problems and you're also letting yourself down when it comes to health and fitness, it just compounds more problems in your life. And the final thing that I will say too is, you've probably heard people say something like this before, but you could have 1,000 problems in your life until you have a health problem, and then you only have one problem because nothing else matters. Career, this, that, money, where you like nothing. When you're fighting for your health, that's the only thing in the world that matters. And I've seen that with family members and such, where they're in a really bad period of health in their life, and literally nothing else matters, or it matters much less. So just remember that as well. Like all these problems, we create our, it's why I have tattooed. I've shared that before. We suffer more often in imagination than we do in reality. And I truly believe that. But, a lot of problems are very small compared to having a serious, health issue, down the road. So remember that as well. So just something to think about. I know, myself included, when you have a lot on your plate and you feel like you're being pulled in a million different directions from career to life and all these types of things, like let health and fitness be your anchor. Still show up there, do the little things consistently, eat well, move your body, do your workouts, prioritize staying hydrated, cut back on the alcohol, get to sleep at a decent time, meditate and do some breath work, even if it's like 5 minutes per day. If you do those things and always have that anchor in your life, it makes all the other problems not feel it is such a burden on you. It truly does. I know this sounds counterintuitive because the way their brain works, I got all this going on. I can't focus on my health and fitness. It's like in those moments when you really need to lean in and use your health and fitness as the foundation, because it's what everything else in your life falls upon. I truly, truly believe that. We'll see you on the next one.